Today we're going to do Module 1, Lesson 3, and our objective is I can add and subtract like units. So let's turn to Lesson 3 in your notes, and you are going to follow along and do as I do on your paper. So first we're going to start by adding and subtracting ones. So let's take a look at our first problem. Here we have 5 plus 2. Both the 5 and the 2 only have a ones digit. If I were to draw 5, it would look like this, 5 ones. And if I were to draw 2, I would draw my 2 ones. And then I could add them together, and together 5 plus 2 equals 7 ones. We can use this simpler problem to help us solve this more complicated problem. Let's take a look at the numbers we're adding. Here we have 45 plus 2. The 2 is in the ones just like over here. But the 45 is a 2-digit number. It has a tens place and a ones place. You should notice that the ones digit, the 5, matches the 5 over here. So we have a basic fact, 5 plus 2, within this bigger problem. We can take a look at the 45, and we can break it down into tens and ones. If we do that, we can use a number bond. 4 tens is 40, and 5 ones is 5. By breaking it down, you can clearly see that now we can add our 5 plus the 2, which we know is 7. And then the 40 is just going to get added to the 7. So, it would be 40 plus 7, which would equal 47. We can also draw this out as a picture. So 45 would look like 4 tens and 5 ones, plus the 2 ones. So if we group our 5 ones and our 2 ones together, that would give us our 7 ones. And then we have our 4 tens, which would equal our 47. When we added the second problem, we really only had to change the ones because nothing was being added to the tens place. So let's take a look at another problem. Here we are subtracting. So here we are subtracting 7 minus 2. So if I subtract, I cross out. So I'm going to draw my first number, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to subtract 2. So I'm going to cross out 2. And we know that 7 minus 2 equals 5. We're going to use this problem to help us solve this more complicated problem. So if you look at this problem, 47 minus 2, you should be able to see the 7 minus 2 within this problem. We know that 7 minus 2 is 5. We are not going to change our tens because nothing is being subtracted from it. Another way to see this is to break our number 47 into tens and ones. So 47 has 4 tens, which equals 40, and 7 ones, which equals 7. So we have our 40 plus the 7 minus 2, which is 5, which would give us our answer of 45. The only digit that changed was the ones digit, because that's what we were subtracting. You could draw a picture as well. So 47 is 4 tens and 7 ones. And we're subtracting, so we cross out. We're going to cross out 2. And as you can clearly see, 47 take away 2 is 45. So now we're going to try adding and subtracting tens. So let's take a look at our number. We have 51 plus 20. 51 is a 2-digit number. It has both a tens and a one place. And 20 is also a 2-digit number, which has a tens and a ones place. But if you notice with 20, in the ones place, we have a 0. That means that it's not going to change the ones place in this number. So, we're going to take this number that has 2 digits without a 0 in it, and we're going to break this number up into tens and ones like we did before. So I have 5 tens, which is a 50, and 1 1, which is a 1. Now, we're simply going to add our tens together. So 5 tens plus 2 tens equals 7 tens, or you can say 50 plus 20 is 70. And then we're going to add the 1 to it, which gives us an answer of 71. If you notice, the only digit that changed was the tens place, because we only added a 10. The ones in this number was a 0. So let's try another problem. Here we have 54 plus 20. Again, we are adding 2 2-digit numbers, but the second number has a 0 in the ones place. That means that this ones will not change in the answer. So we can start again by breaking this first number into tens and ones. So 5 tens is 50, 4 ones is 4. So now we can add our tens. 5 tens plus 2 tens is 70, or 50 plus 20 is 70, plus the 4 will give us 74. Again, the only digit that changed from this first number was the tens, because we were adding tens. We'll do 2 more problems together, and I'll show you one other way that you might want to think about it. So here we have 56 minus 30. So we have 2-digit numbers that we're subtracting. One way is you can think of subtracting the like digits. So we can group our tens up and do 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then we can do 6 minus 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. So then our answer would be 26. Again, the only digit that changed was the digit in the tens place. Here we have one last problem. We have 56 minus 3. This is a 2-digit number, and we are subtracting a 1-digit number. That means we need to only subtract the number in the ones place. So we can subtract the 6 minus 3, which is a 3, and then simply bring our 10 over into our answer. So our answer would be 53. The tens didn't change because we didn't have a tens to subtract out. You are going to try these 2 problems on your own. 65 plus 30 and 35 plus 2. Go back and look at any of the strategies I have shown you to help you solve these problems. Try your best. When you're done with these, you're done with today's lesson.